Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and we're continuing our Celtic Cross that we did on Sunday with the cards that came out. So now we're looking at your foundation and your crown. And what came out was the Vision Quest, the Five of Swords, and the Coming to Life. And all I keep getting in my head as I am doing these readings is Coming Out of the Dark. It's a song, and I mentioned it last week, I do believe, and it's still there. And it's not just coming out of a dark place, it's just coming out from your fears, from not knowing what to do, to taking those first steps. And if you look at this card, it's definitely somebody in the dark. But there's that breakthrough swords that's sitting at the top there, letting you know that with a different perspective, instead of defeat, you can actually win. It's a perspective on how you take things, okay? How you perceive them. And at the end you have Coming to Life, and this is your spirit. This is your spirit, this is your foundation, and they're all really connected. It feels like you're going right from the bottom, okay, from the dark and the bottom, all the way, like right to the top, like through all of your chakras, right from the bottom, like almost like spitting out through the top of your head, you know, like it's that energy release. It feels very Judgment card, okay? When you are reviewing something and you change it, you release it, and then the change really happens, right? And I feel this is coming in for you, Pisces, most definitely. You have the number 6, the number 11, 5. It's the hard part, the work part, the part that really teaches you the lessons you need. 5s are always lessons you need. Sometimes they feel a lot harder, because all the 5s, even in tarot, it's such a pain in the neck. Right? It really is. Okay, so let's read the Vision Quest here. And this says, in the Vision Quest, you face your fear, you embrace your mortality, and then meet face to face with spirit. You see, this is what I mean. It's like whoosh, right out, right? This is your foundation, and you're working all the way up to spirit, okay? When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering us. We remain on a Vision Quest until we find a key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. That's exactly what I feel. I feel that you are at the cusp of that, Pisces. Very much so. Very much ready for it. Very much at this door of opening. The one we saw in earlier on this week in the 8 of Cups, where she is at the door looking out. Okay, this has been your journey so far, and you're doing fantastically well, Pisces. You're doing well. Hasn't always been easy. Hasn't always. The road has not always been clear. You seriously said, how can this be good? How can I feel, how can I feel like I'm winning? How can I be winning when I feel like I'm losing? This is something some of you have said. You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart, you guys. But you are. Everything happens for you to take a good look at it. Look at this. Flying. It just came like, just blah, over the deck. This is you. This is what's going to. This is, and above the maze. You see that? That maze of I don't know. You know, I even feel like that maze isn't even going to be that important to you anymore. The maze is just going to be a thing. It's no longer going to be an obstacle. It's going to be a thing that happens now and again. You go, oh yeah, there's that thing again. I feel that you're going to find your way out of situations. You're going to understand that you are above all of this. You're this beautiful, colorful, flying carnival Pegasus. And if there's any way to describe Pisces, I think that's probably the best way, right? Look at all these colors. You have this beautiful, beautiful thing flying through the air. Look how pretty that is. That's you. That's you. Okay? You're above all of that crappy crap. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. It's bubble blue skies and colors. This is going to be you. Okay? And it's because you choose to drill that into your brain. Okay? Because your heart follows what your brain is broadcasting. Oh God. If you could just learn that, right? The heart follows what the brain broadcasts. If you're broadcasting pain, you will feel it in the core of your being. You will feel that. Okay? But if your brain is broadcasting sunny days, sunshine, and happiness, you're going to feel that too. Okay? So remember that as you're broadcasting for everybody to see. Are you broadcasting being stuck in a cave in the dark? Are you searching for that beautiful, breakthrough sword where you can turn around and face the light and come out of the dark? Because you can. And that's also a feeling. When your brain says, I'm coming out of the dark, you can take a deep breath again. Your shoulders can square back. You can feel yourself being better, right? Exactly. All right. So, let's see. I'm going to take a look here. See. 22. The number 2 is also the High Priestess, which we've had, right? You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. Yeah, not from within a cave. You see, they're all pointing upwards, into up, seeing things from above. Okay? Absolutely. You're looking down and around. You're not looking up to somebody save me. You're looking down and around like I am flying. I can see things. Okay? If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work is paid off, and that things you hope for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. They're waiting for you to make your choice, to see life, okay, the way you want. Don't ground yourself before it's needed. You don't need to. Most of the time we ground ourselves before we ever need to do it. Out of fear, out of doubt. Fly. Go ahead and fly. Go ahead and try it. Okay? As always, beautiful Pisces, these readings are to empower you. They're not to tell you what to do. You are the only person who can tell yourself what to do. Don't ever let anybody run your life or tell you how to go. All you can do is listen to people's perspective. You can listen to people who talk to spirit. They can give you some really good advice from spirit on how to help you. But don't let anybody run your life. You are the one who runs your life. You are the one who decides for yourself. You have to listen to what your GPS says internally. Okay? Yeah, I get the card of solitude. I get it very much with this one here. I get that this may be a time where you're sitting there thinking to yourself, where do I want to go with this? You're kind of keeping to yourself. But you know, Pisces, sometimes we do this because we don't want to burden the people that we love, or we feel like, oh, you know, nobody's going to understand this. You'd be surprised. There's more people than you know who are exactly feeling the same way you do. Most people do. When they're trying to get through something, when they're trying to figure out where to go and what to do. It's a thing. It's like when people are wounded, or, you know, when animals are wounded, they go and hide. They hide. Because it's perceived as weakness, right? So you go in solitude. You go in that dark hole, thinking the darkness will protect you, or at least makes you feel safe for a moment. In that quiet, though, you have to realize that you're the only one who can take yourself out of that darkness, out of that perception, out of that solitude. Okay? And if you are going to be in solitude, take the time to realize, take the time to see there's a different way. Not doom or gloom. Not life is bad. More like life can help me. I can learn from life. I can grab life by the and just go. Alright. Let's see here, Pisces. After today, the cards, they really start speaking in the right direction, Pisces. Okay? So make today the last day of Cave Day. Make today the day that you grab that sword of clarity that's on this card. Let it shine for you. Let it give you strength and courage. Let it move you out into the world. And this, of course, is a proverbial sword, right? It's not a real one. Six of Pentacles, right. It's time to put things back into balance, in order, because this was not balance, okay? This right here in reverse, it's not balance. Balance brings transformation. Look at these beautiful butterflies. Okay? And I love this card. As always, there's more on one side than the other. This is your personal balance. Okay? So don't try to find balance outside of yourself for what the world considers balance or what they think is balance. I want you to know what balances you out. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? I want you to ask yourself that question right now. What makes me happy? What makes me feel like I'm on my own level ground? Okay? And in this card, instead of asking for something, it actually looks like you're giving to. It looks like their hands are putting in. If you look, there's a bunch of hands putting in. Yeah, it looks like they're putting in. So put something in that you need for yourself, okay? What do you need for you, Pisces? What will make it good for you? So you have the Eight of Pentacles. This does involve some work, okay? This will involve some work on your part, absolutely. But it's quality work. It's not stuff that you just keep working at and never brings in anything, okay? You're getting a lot of 6s and 8s, and I think that's very good. I feel that's very good. Because these cards involve work and working towards, you're not your final destination, but it's constantly working at it. It's getting it done, beautiful Pisces. You are actually getting it done. Okay. So let's get into it now. Let's get really into it, okay? It's important to have patience with yourself, okay? 18, 9, but it's foggy bog. Patience. This feels very much like the Temperance card. The biggest scary part through weeks and weeks that I've been looking at is I feel that you just don't feel you have all the parts. You have, you know, it's like you have, or you don't have all the plans. You don't have the full template. I can't exactly see exactly how. There's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of things happening here to show you the way. And that sign of having to wait and just kind of move and go with the flow of things. To take one step at a time. Sometimes that's the hardest part for me anyway. I like knowing where I'm going. I like to know everything in advance. So if you're like me, this is killer, right? This is killing. But sometimes you're meant to just enjoy the moment. You're meant to just take the moment and really suck the joy, happiness, and pleasure out of it. And not be afraid to live, okay? Let's pull some more. I feel that when you take steps forward, even though it's foggy, that's when you're going to get out of the fog. That's exactly when the fog is going to lift. It's going to go like, oh, okay. Okay. It's like, why would you stay in a spot where you can't see clearly? Why wouldn't you start moving out of it to see something? Spirit Guardian of Winter Retreat. Yeah. And that's what I feel. I feel that when you want to, when you're afraid, you retreat. Okay? And again, you have 11 here. Okay? Coming to life. I feel like this is you coming out of the dark, and I feel that's what you've been doing. Retreating, but in the winter, you know, and that it's cold, it's dark, whatever, blankets, let's just retreat. I feel that's what's been happening. And we've done that. We've done that in the last couple of years quite a bit, right? We've retreated, we found ourselves, we looked at ourselves, we've done different things. But this is coming to an end. This is what has to stop. You see, you're on the chariot here. You're shining through. You're getting that insight. You're going into your power and you're moving. Staying in this is only going to give you more of this. Okay? I keep hearing like, oh, tomorrow I'll do it. And then tomorrow comes and you go, ah. Today's not a good day. Tomorrow I'll do it. See what I mean? And it's because you're just not quite sure what's happening. But I urge you to take a step forward in whatever you're doing, and whatever is piquing your interest, and whatever you want to, whatever keeps calling you to find that balance, okay? To find that give and take of your soul. It may feel safe where you are, but is it really fulfilling you at this point? Okay? That's a vision quest. That was the vision quest. That was the time that you spent trying to figure out, who am I? What's my shadow self? What's my light self? How do I, put them together? What happens here? Let's see here, Pisces. So what happens? Yeah, what happens when I leave? Well, new ideas will bring out more new ideas, okay? I feel that the speed will start picking up, okay? When you start using energy to meet your goals, your vision quest starts bringing something back. That is pretty much almost the same thing. And yes, this happens a lot. Absolutely. Right on this card. Right at this time. Yeah. So the Page of Wands is a glorious, beautiful, new, sparkling energy. It's childlike. It's fun. It's playing. It's optimistic and bright ideas. Okay? It sometimes feels like it's throwing caution to the wind. Look at that. Throwing a wand to the wind. Everything's good. But there's a reason for that. It's seeing, where can I go? What can I do with these wonderful new ideas? Okay? It's a babe in the woods, but it's a babe in the woods that's very optimistic, very passionate. Look at that. Look at these. The sun. Yeah, come out in the sun. Get out of the dark. Get out of the dark, come out in the sun. That's exactly what I'm feeling. It's enough, okay? Get out of the dark. Come with me into the sunlight. Let the sun see your face, shine on your face. Come to life here. It's time. It's time for you to come to life. It's time for you to take a look around and see what there is to see. Absolutely. Oh, it's time to read Coming to Life. So let's see here. Which one is it? It's 29, right? Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. Yeah, you can bet that one. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. Beginning to show signs of life, right? There's a stirring. That's the word they're using. There's a stirring within you that you're having a hard time to ignore. So, you must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now's the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Show up. So that's exactly it. But that's what I was saying. There's stirrings, and you're being asked to follow that stirring. You're being asked to be guided by the light of the sword into the door. You're being pushed or pulled along onto the path, and you feel it. And you'll definitely feel it. It's nothing that I'm saying. It's something you will resonate with this message. You will be like going, yeah, absolutely, I feel that. I feel that. I wake up in the morning and think, there's something else I should be doing. I've done that. That has happened to me a lot. And it's happening to me a lot these days as well. Because there's things that I am working on, and I do feel that it's time to do that. Okay? So, absolutely. Okay, don't ignore it. I don't think they'll let you anyway. I think they're going to keep giving you the message over and over again. Okay, and for some of you, sometimes I hear readers go, sometimes, you have 10 days and then that's it. The message may lessen over time, especially if you ignore it, but not the lesson, but maybe the lesson. The message, but don't worry, it'll come around again. Okay? Especially if it's meant to be in your life, especially if it's meant to be in your path in this journey. It's something that you had put in your life to work on or do. Those type of things, they'll constantly keep showing up. Okay? In different ways, in different forms. I've known since my teens that I didn't want to do any other type of work. I'm good at other things. But I remember sitting with a guidance counselor at 17 years old, where she asked me, well, we'll take an aptitude test and I'm going to tell you what you should, what you'll be good at. And we did, and she said you would be good in accounting or something. There's a few different ones. And I looked at her and I went, yeah, and there's nothing in that really calls to me to want to do. She says, but that's your strength. That's where you should go. And I thought, no, it isn't. I want to do something else. I want to help people. I want to, and she said, well, why don't you look into being a psychologist? And I went, nope, I don't want to sit across the desk and write on a piece of paper. And it didn't interest me at all. It still really doesn't interest me. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist, even though I've been asked if I'm that type of person. I've always had this calling to want to work within the spirit in me, to work with the spirit in you. That's very different. You can't say that. I couldn't say that in 1986. People just looked at you like, huh? Hers at 87, I forget. Anyway, it was just, it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening back then. Back then it was like all about what education could offer you, certifications. And life has changed so much since then. But that message has been coming through all of my life. Every time I took a new job, there was this inside voice in me saying, you need to be doing something else. There's something else. This isn't your calling. This isn't what you're meant to be doing. Absolutely. So trust me, it took a very long time. It took over 30 years for me to start doing what is meant to be doing. So the message doesn't go. It's just something, a blueprint inside of you that just keeps resonating, keeps piping up somewhere and saying, you need more, you need something else. Okay? Let's see here. Abundance. There is lots of abundance in everything that you are looking at. And it's not even the money of it. It's, although we do have pentacles here, it's not necessarily just the money of it. It's the abundant feeling you feel by doing what you're meant to be doing. Okay? Because when I started doing this a couple years ago, the views and everything, and I guess the lockdown, I made it that a lot of more people would watch. And as the years has gone by, it's been less and less. And now that I've changed the formats, it's even less sometimes. I still feel the calling to do this. I still love doing this. This is still something that brings me great joy and abundance of soul. It heals me, it heals others, it makes me feel good to help others, to speak this way, to help with energy. And that's worth more to me than anything. If you find what your soul is truly calling for you to do, I don't know, I think you just follow that. You just go with that, right? And that's number one. That's the magic of it. Okay? That's the magic. There's indication of an increase in abundance for you. Situation should be turning into a positive outcome and or staying that way. And if you're looking for an answer, it's yes. An addition to your family, your circle of friends, or even a new facet of life could be coming along shortly. Luck is also on your side at the moment. Make very sure you share any good fortune that comes your way. Okay? I love this. I love this. Abundance, it kind of just says it all, right? Abundance. It's kind of simple. That's it. And if you have the number 1, the Magician, 111, you have a lot of 11s here. This is angel help, angel guidance. And you also have the power of the Magician. In other words, having all the tools, applying the power to your goals. Okay. Ooh, the Council. Have we ever seen this one in a reading of mine? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, what did I just say? 111, 11, 11, 11, 11. Yeah. The Council. Are we talking about the big kahunas, the spirit guides, the divine help that's coming in for you? Oh, well, let's see. Let's see. So excited, not only for the card, not only for the number, but that I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Ooh. Okay, so let's read. Let's read up. What a beautiful card, too. What a beautiful card. Look at that. I think it's a moon in the background, but it almost makes him look like he has elf ears. So cute. The Council are the luminous beings who hold the collective wisdom of humanity. They are the ones before whom you will do your life review when you cross into the world of spirit. Ooh. A life review is when we place our good and our bad deeds on a divine scale and attempt to explain why we did not love or forgive or dare as greatly as we might have. Know that their wisdom is available to you at all times when you live in a state of yes, in an unconditional relationship with life. They remind you of your place around a sacred fire, which has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. You will claim it when you own your inner wisdom. Okay? Okay, so these are not the wisdom. Okay, so for those of you who know about the life review, these beings aren't there to judge you when you do your life review. They are there to collect the wisdom from your life review. Imagine this time as a human being, as a way to collect great knowledge about everything that you do, the things you don't do, the things you do, and that you, I can't believe I said do. Anyway, funny. But what you do, here we go again, is collected and put like in a big book of knowledge, right? So everybody needs that administrative staff. I guess they would be it, right? And they collect all of that. They just write everything down, like a journal, like a history book of things. And it gets absorbed, I believe. That's what I feel when I hear. I feel like it gets absorbed into the source, into energy, to learn, to observe, to understand the whys and the why nots. So please don't think that this council is here to, judge you when your time comes. They're not. They're just here to do the work. Yeah. This is such a beautiful card. It's such a beautiful card. But what really hit me is a divine scale. And, okay, because there are no coincidences. It says a divine scale. We place our good and our bad deeds on a divine scale and attempt to explain or understand why we did not love or forgive or dare as greatly as we might have. So, less about good deeds and bad deeds. Why didn't we dare as greatly as we might have? Okay? This is the time. It's kind of telling you, it's time. It's time to get out of that stuck place and get ourselves out of that. Okay? Look at that. Your counsel has a message for you. Listen to your inner senses. The handwriting is already on the wall, so look about you and you will discern its meaning. Maybe on this cave wall, maybe in this solitude that you've been sitting in. Is the writing on the wall? Is the abundance there waiting for you? Do not wait for further signs. Embark on a journey to love deeply, forgive sincerely, and dare greatly. Love deeply, forgive sincerely, dare greatly. Dare greatly. Take the leap without requiring life to assure you of success. That's right. Foggy bog, right? Dare greatly. Sometimes you're not going to have all the answers before you take off. Sometimes you'll get a pretty good hint, but sometimes you won't, and it's okay. When that happens, just go. Go for it, okay? Live your life in happiness, okay? I'm not saying be reckless here. Oh, Lord, don't be reckless. But be happy. Don't be afraid to be happy. I'd say to you, if it works out, then you can look back and say, that was the best thing, that's the best chance I ever took. And if it doesn't work out, you can say, well, at least I tried. I tried, and I'm going to try another day. Okay? So, just keep that in mind. Show your support. I love this one. That's so pretty. And it is 40? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so what I'm feeling the last message for this Pisces is this. Sometimes when we're stuck in our own mind or stuck in our own ways of being, the best thing you can do is just step away from it. And let's take this time for, what were these cards? Patience, solitude, and retreat. Solitude and retreat. But to do something better with that time. I remember doing this all the time when I was having the worst day. Or a day where nothing was working out, nothing was happening. I would find somewhere to go or something to do to help somebody. I would go through my things and see what I could donate and then go and donate it to a place. If I had a little bit of money to give, I'd make a donation. There's a Mission to Man here. It's called Mission to Man, but it's just a homeless shelter. And you give to them to support like the lighting of the place and to give toothpaste and warm socks and warm blankets. And I think that's wonderful. Or I donate to Habitat to Humanity, which is building homes that people can afford who are, having a hard time, so that they don't have to pay too much for their home, but they still have to pay and help build the homes, but at least we're helping with a little bit of the material so somebody can have a place to stay. I do this because I don't want anybody to ever have no place to stay or no place to eat, especially in winter in Canada. It's very cold. So, especially in my end of Canada anyway. So, I do that and then I feel better. And it feels like my problems are probably a lot less. Since I don't have a ton of money to donate, but even if I donate $10, it's $10 they didn't have a minute ago. It's a $10 I know is giving from my heart. If I'm giving stuff that I'm not using anymore, I know that where they're selling it, they sell it at a decent price for a couple of bucks. So people will find a treasure and be happy, right? I'm so grateful to do that. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm helping my fellow man, okay? So, this card I feel is show your support. Take time to encourage a colleague, coworker, family member, or friend. Be a strong shoulder or willing volunteer to run errands. Provide a safe space for another's concerns and feelings to be discussed. And be a good listener. Jump in on providing extra time. Sponsor someone else's work. Share in someone's success. All of nature continually shows us the value of creating a strong network. The trees provide shelter and support for many different inhabitants. We are a community, and when we support each other, everyone gains. So these are other ways you can support as well. And it's also a wonderful way to get you in a different state of mind. If you're feeling stuck and you want to come to life, there is nothing that is more satisfying than being to service of others. Okay? Big or small ways. It doesn't matter. In every way. Every way is a big way. So please just do it, okay? When you retreat, retreat in kindness, retreat in servitude to help others, to get yourself out of your head, out of the energy space where you're stuck or don't know what to do, and be of service to others. And when you come back, you will feel so much better. And things might even shift into perspective where you think life is short and I need to dare to go and be part of this life. Okay? All right, my dare to be great. Dare to be great, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you a lot of love, a lot of support. And I hope that you're having a good day and a good week. And the readings from now on, all the cards are really in a positive realm. So I'm hoping that you're shifting towards that let's do it mode. Let's do it. Let's take a big bite out of life. All right, my beautiful ones. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Love, light, blessings. Bye for now.